Welcome everybody to a first look live of the game Railway Empire. This is a spiritual sequel to the Railroad Tycoon series. This one I believe is done by Calypso. The game is currently in early access at the moment, and developers were kind enough to give me a press key to take a look at. Please keep in mind that what you're seeing is going to be based on the early access build and may not represent the current version of the game. But I needed a game to play on stream. I've had this one for a while and just didn't have the chance to sit down and record a video. So I figured this would be a great way to take care of it here. But let's jump into it. So the game itself is obviously modeled around the idea of running a railroad company. We're going to be building tracks, setting up trade and transport, and hopefully not causing trains to go careening into each other. Right now in the early alpha, in the early access build, we have a sandbox mode, there's a free mode which has different objectives to complete, scenarios, and a campaign that of course does hopefully its best to try and teach you how the game plays. And considering that I am pretty bad at this to begin with, we're going to be doing the campaign and see where things go.
Sometimes I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry. How about you?
These are the various characters, and we're playing in free mode. I believe we get access to more. Alright, but looks like we're taking our industrials.
The rest are just gold diggers who don't have a clue about how this business works.
Alright, buddy.
In 1863, on the banks of the Missouri River,
the last lesson,
chapter
folks.
in the monumental undertaking of the Transcontinental Railroad began. The workers of the Union Pacific Railroad began laying their tracks westward from Omaha through the wild heart of the North American continent. Massive challenges awaited them. Away from all civilization, the country was vast, the weather ruthless, and the challenges tremendously energy-sapping. But there was a masterstroke of modern engineering to be accomplished. To tame the wilderness and to conquer it with steel, fire, and steam. Never before had anything like this been ventured, but the time was ripe.
All right.
Greetings. My name is Thomas Clark Durand. Exactly, the head of Union Pacific. We will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad. And that, my friend, is your job as chief engineer. I can't supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington.
Thank you, Thomas
First,
Clark.
you should familiarize yourself with the basic controls. Move the camera in all directions. Now, test the camera's zoom function. You can also rotate the camera.
Who doesn't like a
try.
max zoom in, right?
Very good. Now you know the basic controls. Your first task is to create a rail connection between Omaha and Norfolk to the northwest.
All right.
Both cities will need a station for this. You already have a station in Omaha, but you still need to build one in Norfolk. To do this, switch to building construction mode.
Let me see. This will work. There we go. And you also see these little videos to let us know what's going on here. Just built right in the middle of the town. let's go right here. Looks good.
Very good. Now the two stations need to be connected with tracks. To do this, switch to track construction mode. Now plan the tracks between the stations in Norfolk and Omaha. To do this, select the two station tracks one after the other. Then pay for your track planning.
There we go.
Now create your first train so that you can set up a rail line between your stations. Initially, your train only exists on paper. It's not much use to you without a locomotive.
Alright, we're buying our first train, folks.
Additionally, each train needs a rail line that passes through all the stations it should stop at. Now join your two stations to the rail line by selecting them one after the other.
Okay.
That's enough for your first rail line. Now confirm it so it becomes active. Very good. Now you can see the journey your train will take. If there is something to transport, the train will automatically take it.
Yes, everybody. One of the joys of playing these games, watching our little trains go around.
However, as each locomotive needs water, sand, and lubricant on its journey, you have to place a supply tower along the route.
Alright, here you go.
Very good. Your train is now traveling between Omaha and Norfolk. But you can do even more. Each city needs goods from the surrounding area. For example, every city needs corn. Look, there is a corn farm near Omaha. Until now, the corn has made it to the city in the conventional way, but we want to change that. Now construct a rural train station in the marked location with a corn farm within its radius.
So the game will simulate the transfer of goods, and the cities themselves will upgrade if they get the goods they're looking for. So like Omaha right here is manufacturing meat and leather thanks to its cows. But as the city goes up in size, it will be able to do more with it. Alright, so now we're going to learn about how to get goods from multiple places and basically start transferring more stuff around. So we got the money. Oh no, it's not going to be enough. We need them to be both within the radii in order for one station to do the job. But I don't think I have something big enough. Oh, curses. Well, if we can't do it with a large one, no matter how much it would help, we'll have to go small. It's also important to try and angle it so we don't have to do like a huge turn.
Now connect the new rural train station to the station in Omaha.
Where'd that bird come from? There you go.
And now things are getting tricky as we have to deal with a logistical problem. As Norfolk should also enjoy fresh corn, there will soon be 2 trains traveling on the stretch of track between Omaha and Norfolk. Of course, this will then result in a conflict. Since trains cannot travel through each other, you'll need a side track between Omaha and Norfolk. This consists of 1 parallel track and 2 signals. First, create a sidetrack. It needs to be at least long enough for a fully loaded train.
Okay. There you go. This work? Alright. Let's see.
Excellent. However, your trains won't necessarily use the sidetrack, as they generally always take the shortest route. For this reason, you'll also have to specify the direction of travel on each parallel track.
Alright,
Now
so you can see how
open
things are
building
connecting.
construction mode and set up a signal in the highlighted area pointing in the direction of the switch. Trains will then be able to stop here when the single track is in use.
Alright. So this means that the train can only go in this direction. But if we switch it around... Oh, I'm sorry. So this means that the train's coming back, we'll have to go through this way. If we go like this, it means the train's coming from this way, we'll have to take the track. It may be a little bit confusing to start with, but hopefully it will make sense over time. Yeah, so now he's going to go that way. And then he's going to go that way. So whoever is pointing is the way that's going to be blocked. So I'm going to tell him to stop right
Now
there.
make sure that the track can only be traveled in one direction. For this purpose, set the signal so that trains coming from the opposite direction cannot pass. Excellent. Now do the same on the parallel track so that each parallel track has a different direction. Place a second signal in the highlighted area and block the track to trains coming from the opposite direction.
Alright, so he's not coming over there. So I'm going to place one here. I'm going to tell it to
Very
not
good.
go that way.
I'm sure that it wasn't at all easy. You will soon come to realize that signals are an important aid in guaranteeing smooth rail operations. You will find more information and tips under Hints and Tips.
Thank you.
Now assemble a new train and give it a locomotive and a rail line. Your new rail line should run via Omaha to Norfolk so that the people of Norfolk can be supplied with corn.
Alright. Now, so new train. Your new rail line should via Omaha to Norfolk. Got it. Alright, let's build a new train. Sub the rail line from here. Oh wait, I think I made a mistake here. Let's see, what's the easiest way to choose a different train? I love that music, right? What's an easy way to... choose different trains? I think they want us to start at Evans Farm and then go to the other ones. Those are the stats right there. Okay, we'll set up a new rail line. So we'll go from Evans to Omaha. To Norfolk.
Excellent. The corn farm will automatically make use of your train because the cities along your rail line are demanding corn. Conventional transportation is much more costly for the farm. We're still missing something. Locomotives wear out over time and need to be regularly maintained so they can perform their duties more reliably. For this purpose, there needs to be at least one maintenance building on each rail line where locomotives can be serviced if necessary. Construct such a maintenance building at your station in Omaha now. To do this, select the station itself and expand the station with this building.
Actually, I think I'm going to delete this line. We just want these two going. Now we can upgrade and construct more things on our station.
Right. We've been lollygagging for long enough. I need to return to Washington for further miserable negotiations with our representatives of the people. I've written a task list for you. Take a look at it and complete the tasks within the given time period. Do not disappoint me.
Here's our task list. Now the challenge is going to be to upgrade populations. Some more music. Alright, we gotta connect Omaha to North. Alright, so they don't need all that. Let's see. What do they demand right now? Here we go. So they want wheat, or I'm sorry, they want grain, and they want corn in order to grow. Where is my corn train? Uh-oh. Now what? How would you break? Hey, Kay. You know, oil. There you go. There you go. That's better. Get him restocked. Hopefully he'll get repaired. Now we need to start building our lines out. Did Norfolk get the corn they were looking for? No. I'm just waiting for a colossal crash to happen. Alright. So he's waiting for this train. Alright, so what are our tasks? What should we do first? Connect Omaha to North Platte. There's Dodge City, Amarillo, Oklahoma. Grand Junction, Santa Fe. Where is it? Billings. Bismarck. Where are you? Here it is. Now they demand... Looks like they want wood, meat, and beer. Well, this shouldn't be too hard to connect. Oop. Yeah, there you. And we'll go for... There we go. Now we need to reconnect these lines. Oh, and there's corn and milk over here. We could try setting up a smaller station there as well. Without a station, it's not going to help. Well, I could run it like right through here.
Good. That's finished. You're making progress.
Oh, now what? Dog travels entire USA. Oh, Lassie. Alright, now we need to connect Omaha and them. Okay, we don't have any lines running here. Let's see. Can add personnel to it. And we need to ride on the train as well. There we go. How do I adjust the rail line? Okay, here we go. So after Norfolk, I wanted to go to North Plains, or North Platte. And you can also tell it what to load as well. Alright, good enough. So now we can watch that train go. Oh, now what? As you can see, Norfolk is growing. The only thing it's missing, it looks like, is going to be grain. So, do we see any grain around? Right there. Alright, so now he's taking passengers up there. I don't need to worry about making a split track, because you only have one train making this path. And apparently we can also unlock new trains as time goes on. Alright, let's do another connection then. So we got iron, oh, excuse me, was that copper and salt. Did you make it there yet? Oh, it's cotton. Nice. Is there anything else I should be doing in the meantime? Deliver meat to Cheyenne, connect 150,000. That's not going to be too hard. Alright, let's just go with the easy one for right now and get that out of the way. It's a little town right here.
Those politicians in Washington get on one's nerves. But now let's get back to your tasks. As you can see, Cheyenne is still a little town hoping for an upswing caused by the railroad connection, but a city will only attract new inhabitants if it is supplied with enough goods. Cities receive basic goods from the surrounding area. If you construct stations in the right places and establish rail lines, your trains will be used to transport goods and you will make profits for transportation. But for this, you have to know what goods a city actually needs. You can find out any city's current needs. Now select Cheyenne and view the city's demand for goods. As you can see, Cheyenne currently needs only a handful of goods, and you can only deliver goods that are in demand. As the city grows, it will demand further goods. At the moment, you can supply grain and wood. Both of these goods are available to the north of Cheyenne. Connect Cheyenne to a timber business and a wheat farm, and establish a new rail line that connects them both to Cheyenne.
Alright, so this is where we need to do a bigger station. There we go. Turn you around here. As long as they're both within the circle, we're good. Alright. Good to know. And now we're just going to set up transport right here. Oh, before we do that, we add a locomotive, Philadelphia again. Right there.
Well done. The city will soon grow. You can see how well it is being supplied at any time in the city dialogue. Basically, a city will grow once its demands are sufficiently met. I think you have learned enough. Complete the rest of your tasks.
You can always learn more, right? Look at that, you can actually see the... kind of like the bridge across the canyon. So the rail link system seems to be very involved for Railway Empire. Alright, so let's watch. Alright, did it go through? There we go. So soon, they're going to want sugar, cloth, and milk. Alright, they should be meeting demand now. Oh, we're at 59%. Come on. So close. But they'll start to grow and get bigger. Meanwhile, we need to get Cheyenne as big as possible, which means when you get all their goods met, deliver cattle and meat. Welcome everybody to a first look live of the game Railway Empire. This is a spiritual sequel to the Railroad Tycoon series. This one I believe is done by Calypso. The game is currently in early access at the moment, and developers were kind enough to give me a press key to take a look at. Please keep in mind that what you're seeing is going to be based on the early access build and may not represent the current version of the game. But I needed a game to play on stream. I've had this one for a while and just didn't have the chance to sit down and record a video. So I figured this would be a great way to take care of it here. But let's jump into it. So the game itself is obviously modeled around the idea of running a railroad company. We're going to be... there we go. So I'm going to go from Omaha to Norfolk. I would like a stop in... let's see. Can I even make it there? Why it's not letting me go there? It's weird. Let's see, how is Cheyenne doing? They're getting the grain. They need corn and they need beer. Go from here to here. Back. Is there any beer nearby? And we have corn down there. Denver's making meat. There's nobody nearby that's making beer. Oh wait. They are producing beer. Okay. train that goes from here and around could work. Alright, let's go for it. They got that coming in, they got the corn, they have some meat, they got plenty of beer. So they're growing because their fulfillment has been met. Now what? Oh, I forgot. We also supply tower. We can also build our own buildings. Okay. There you go. That should help them out. Alright, so we need to get corn up there from North Plot. Let's hope this works, folks. Maybe there you go. That should be. Oh, come on. Let's see how we want to connect this. So damn close. Alright. I'm just going for a small one right now. So what they're saying is I can click on these points and we can stretch and curve them however we see fit. I don't think we want loop-de-loops for our rails. That doesn't look physically possible there. He's gotta come from this angle. Actually, scratch that. I can see a more economically friendly way of doing this. Still growing. Just need beer. Hopefully I won't run out of money doing this as well. Okay, we'll build a train yard from here. Could stretch this out a little bit. Hopefully nothing will crash and burn. Oh, I see why those trains weren't running before. think I need to clear some of this track. Now they're connected all the way. Now we need to start a new train. I'm going to sub a line from Ward to North. And there we go, and 1 to Cayenne. So that should take the corn and the meat, or the corn and the beer that we need. And I guess I better build. Hopefully this will work. Hope we're making money too. Could tell it to change the goods too. Oh, now what? Well, we'll get to that supply tower soon. I think we need more beer. There we go. That'll help him out. Now you can go. Alright, Cheyenne needs... Alright, I think they got everything they need. Yep, they are growing for real now. They're getting there as well. So we come back to our tasks. We need to deliver 16 loads of meat. Connect Omaha to Rock Springs. Huh? Then we all see how we're going to be doing that. This is going to get very expensive. I don't think we have a time limit here. Unless it's the year, that may be it. So the population of Cheyenne is going to hit that very soon. Transfer 100 passengers from Cheyenne to Rock Springs without stopping. Alright, the good news is all of our lines are making money. How are they doing? So they need, ooh, excuse me, wood and corn. But since our mission mainly revolves around Cheyenne, we're not really too concerned there. As long as they're growing, we're happy. Go, grow, become bigger, and give us more money. Do we have enough? See, if I cut through this mountain, look at that cost balloon immediately. Now, of course, the other way we would go is to somehow take the very, 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 very long way approach. Let's see. Yeah, this is getting expensive no matter how you put it. Any civil engineers watching, you want to give me a hand? Let's see. We gotta connect. See, as you can see, the cost starts to go very high up as we go further into that mountain range. So we stop here. This could work. It's affordable. But do they need? Let me see here. What does Rock Springs need? They don't need anything like this in order to grow. What about Casper? I can just imagine the tumbleweeds rolling by, right, folks? How are our lovely trains doing? Cheyenne keeps growing. Where's our train line? There he is. I think I'm just going to have to screw that little, looks like rock quarry. Hey, Elgato. We're playing with trains tonight. So we go around here. Good.
Now you've managed to cross the Great Plains. A masterpiece.
And all we need was that little tiny tunnel there. Instead of having to go all the way through here and cost like $2 million. That's $2 million back in the 1900s. Or in the 19th century, so that's going to be worth a lot more. Cheyenne is almost at its population cap. how many people still play Railroad Tycoon. Alright, so he's zooming back away, and this guy's coming here. Give me that money that we need. Uh-oh. Exactly. He needs to get repaired. Oh, did he stop? Oh wait, there's one thing that we need to do, of course. Aw. Where was it?
Yes, one more thing. Your company has also a research department to help you unlock new locomotives and other innovations. Open the research dialogue to find out more about it.
Alright, hold on there, you. How did we do the view of the train again? Train manage. Is it manage train? Because there's a way to actually just zoom in on a train, so we can play around with that. There we go. One thing we need to do from inside. There we go. Just keep turning on the whistle. Maybe that's a DLC, Gordo, that they can give you. You get a free conductor hat for buying the game. There. Alright, let's see what research is about. Here you will find the
advances that can be achieved in the current era. Advances from previous eras are usually already active, but what the future holds, we do not know.
Okay.
For each advance, you require innovation points, which you get automatically each month, and which can be increased in various ways. Now, take a look around here, and then unlock an innovation of your choosing. How about a new locomotive?
Well, we only have 200, so I guess let's go for it.
My opponents say I'm lining my own pockets. These are, of course, hideous lies. And look at it this way. With the profits I'm making, I can invest much more. Jobs, jobs, jobs.
Jobs? Alright, well, we can build a new train now. What do they need? They got grain, they got corn, they got beer, but they need meat and wood. Oh no. Yeah. Still got this damn cough. Really only 1 mile per hour faster? Okay, so where's the nearest meat? Make this a bigger one. Oh. Then we just like random eagles flying in. Alright, so let's build a new train. Let's go for this one. Let's get fancy.
I have to wrangle with a lot of competitors, but if one person really gets on my nerves, then it's that Beatrix von Pomp. What? You haven't encountered her yet? Be glad. She takes everyone to the cleaners.
All right. We should probably place a supply tower along the way. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Okay, good. I thought it was stuck by a rock or something. We'll do a double speed here. How are we going to grow these guys out, though? Let train go at double speed.
Excellent. Cheyenne is becoming a major railroad hub, and the credit is all ours.
Oh, which one did we complete? Huh? I think we got this. But again, this is scenario 1, so this is not exactly going to be high stakes training anytime soon. I have 160 points. Let's go for it. Not bad. That should be 100, I would suppose. Passengers from Shot. Oh, it has to be that way. What's going on over here? Oh, we almost got that goal accomplished. But the bigger that Cheyenne gets, the more people are going to be traveling there. They've almost hit their next city tier. Oh, wow. That's some good timing, isn't it? So now they won cloth and sugar. And of course, the bigger they are, the more money we're getting from that line. Let's see. There we go. So that should make it easier. I go again. It's always nice to see all like the little detail, people walking around there. I think we need more people to get to Rock Springs. We need to get them meat. Oh, we can build a new industry right here. Huh. We could make this a meat industry and then connect it down. Bring the cows up. That could work. Well, let's go for it. Alright, so now...
Progress is enormous.
Oh, we did.
The far west is no longer so far away anymore, and the people are slowly realizing that trade helps create prospering cities.
Well, no one got into a train
In spite of all the
crash.
challenges, the Union Pacific Railroad managed to cross the endless expanses of the Great Plains and conquer the merciless slopes of the Rocky Mountains. The Central Pacific Railroad approached from the west, but the winter of 1868 brought all work to a standstill. The two lines lay just a few hundred miles across from each other, in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. The dream of the first transcontinental railroad seemed to be within touching distance, but was buried by house-high masses of snow and blown away by icy snowstorms, a dream that had begun almost 4 decades before.
Wait, we're going back in time now? For you folks watching this, for you folks watching this live, do you want to see more of the game now, or we could switch over to Immortal Redneck or something else for the evening? So let's see. So chapter 1 is done. Oh, so it does take us back. And then if we wanted to, we could do actual scenarios. So what's sandbox mode? Oh, different decades.
I did an evaluation of the contenders, and I am the best choice.
In 1830, the prosperous industrial centers on the east coast of
we'll
the
watch
United
this lovely
States of
history lesson and
America
we'll move
were
on.
poorly connected to the mainland. Insufficiently developed toll roads and slow ship canals were the only options when making long journeys. Farmers, businessmen, and travelers lamented these long, arduous, and above all, unsafe transport routes. They were not only an inconvenience for travelers, but also shackles on an emergent nation's hunger to grow.
What's that guy doing on the right?
But at this time, a development from England was taking its first steps and helped keep alive the hope of many cities in the East of reaching greater economic influence and growth.
Alright.
I've been waiting for you. I'm Philip Evan Thomas. It's always been my...
Alright, sorry Philip. So we're going to move on to another game for the stream tonight. One that probably has a lot more excitement and far less trains. But if you want to see more of Railway Empire here on the channel, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, be sure to check it out. Like I said, it is currently available on early access. So what you see may not represent the current version of the game. But definitely interested to see how things go moving forward in terms of what they're going to add for more options and just more general strategy. Because I've heard a few complaints from people saying that it is a little bit on the simplistic side in terms of the economic model. But let me know what you think in the comments below. For you folks watching live, we're going to switch over. But otherwise, thanks for tuning into Railway Empires.